I'm recording this on Sunday, the 1st of February, which is in the Celtic calendar, in the ancient Celtic calendar, called Imbolc. And it is the festival which really, in Celtic tradition, marks the start of spring. And so I've come to one of my favourite places in the world today, which is about 15 minutes drive from our house here in the Dordogne, and it's a secret treasure. It's a little valley, and the camera never does it justice, but the whole valley is full of snowdrops at the moment. Somebody once told me, the person who introduced me to this area told me that it's estimated that there are more than 500,000 snowdrops, and there's a little river running down through it, and little Jenny would have loved this. It feels like a fairy glen. I can imagine it really feels like there are sprites and fairies and all sorts of little creatures hanging out down here. It's really beautiful. And Imbolc is also in Ireland, Bridget's Day, and actually across other parts of Europe as well. It was new information for me. I didn't realise that Bridget had been honoured and revered across a lot of Europe since before 6,000 years before Christ BC. So Bridget is, amongst other things, the patron saint of the hearth. She is the saint of the wells and water, and you can hear the stream. Well, actually, it's a bit more like a waterfall because we've got a lot of rain running down through this valley. And she also is connected with, all sorts of different things. But specifically for me, what I've been pondering on this over the last week on the run up to Imbolc and Bridget's Day is about tending the inner flame, and what inner flame in me needs to be rekindled or wants to be rekindled, is asking to be rekindled this Imbolc. And for me, the answer has been very loud and very clear: joy. Joy. Simple 3-letter word. As we move out of winter, it still feels a bit wintry here today, but as we move out of winter and the days are extending and the snowdrops are appearing, and in our garden at home the daffodils are starting to pop up, and I can feel energy moving in me, and I can feel us moving out of winter. So that in itself is a joyful thing for those of us living in the northern hemisphere. And I've been in a very peaceful kind of transformative winter period, in my little hibernation, and very much just very much enjoying peace and quiet. And now there's these little sparks of joy that want to come alive in me. And I realize that for many of us, as we look at the world, what we're being shown of the world around us, which is predominantly pain and suffering and war and injustice and all sorts of things that we should be very, very angry about and we should be doing something about. But we're not seeing the joy. Also, we don't get to see very much joy. And it's very easy for us to get trapped in the way of thinking that, because there is so much pain and suffering, that there's something bad about allowing yourself to experience joy. And yet what's been coming to me is joy as an act of defiance, as an act of rebellion, and that really I live a very privileged life. I'm very aware of that. I live in a very peaceful part of the world. As a woman, I am completely free, independent. I can do whatever I want with my body. I can present myself in whatever way I want to. I live in an evolved society where we're not being governed by a dictatorship, and there's a lot of things in my life to really be joyful about. And actually kind of not allowing myself to experience joy when there is so much pain and suffering in the world is, I don't know, it just feels kind of somehow selfish. Or that maybe what I'm trying to express is better said by saying that I see joy, those of us who do have access to it, as a counterbalance for what is going on in the world, as an antidote to what is going on in the world. And I think it's becoming more and more important for those of us who can access joy and who can consciously choose to focus on some joy and to experience some joy in our lives, and even just the joy of being alive. It's a really, really important practice for us right now as we navigate these challenging times on planet Earth. So over the next month, I'm going to be sharing some more about joy and about what that feels like for me, how that can be experienced more, how you might be able to tap into more joy. And yeah, the focus is on joy. So I hope you'll maybe follow me as the month goes along. You can follow me here on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to make sure you get updates as new videos going up. You can also follow me by joining my mailing list. I send out a personal reflection every 2 weeks to people on my mailing list at jennygranger.net. And you can also follow my blog on my website, or I'm on Substack as well. So all the links to those are below, and yeah, I look forward to diving into a little bit more joy this February, and I hope you'll join me as an act of defiance, as an antidote, and as a counterbalance to all that we're seeing.